Where did you get so much stuff from?
I still have lots of stuff, but there you go. Just detritus you collect from life, basically. I just had this crazy idea, hence the title. This is the voice of your conscience. I had this crazy idea of what happens when household objects are still around but you're not. And it's kind of like the idea of, you know, the toys in the playroom. Do they all play amongst themselves afterwards? And I thought, ooh, it'd be fun to kind of explore that idea with kind of just random but fairly banal household objects. The plants, they're all dead now, I'm afraid. I changed flats a few weeks after that, which is why I didn't give a damn about burning a hole in the floor. You may have noticed that. Unfortunately, I got a plague of flies and they killed all my plants. So.
Why did you spell crazy in the way you did? Is there a reason for that, or is that just to mix it up some more?
I felt like it.
Fair enough, good enough reason as any. Have you made any more films that have damaged, well, anything in a more substantial way than the floor?
No. Not yet. No.
Not yet?
Not my own property. No.
What's the big plan for the next film then?
Well, I've had this idea, but I just, quite simply, the flat I'm in now is a lot smaller than the one I shot that in. As you notice, that was this vast kind of kitchen diner arrangement. I don't have that anymore. Well, the sequel, what else but balmy bathroom? Crazy kitchen, balmy bathroom. I do have a couple of ideas for stop motion projects, but I'm in the market for an empty room on this one, so if any of you have a shed or a garage which doesn't get used much, I'm serious, you know, I would like some space to be able to shoot these projects. Just set up and do it for a few days.
That's great. Have all of your films so far been stop motion, or have you done anything live action?
Everything since has been live action, with the tiny exception of Perpetual Motion, which you saw earlier,
yeah.
Which has a very short sequence, which was actually shot, trying to remember. The Ring of Roses thing was a real event which happened at a fete that I played at with the drumming band I'm in, at Wales Next to Sea, and they really were in those period costumes. This is kind of classic English collective madness at work. The way I did it was actually fairly straightforward. I shot a sequence of still photographs and then dropped them into the timeline and kind of time compressed them to kind of create an illusion of movement. All very cunning.
That's great. Does anyone else have any questions?
Yeah, I really love that film. And I was just wondering, A, how long it took to make, and B, did you kind of storyboard it? How did you get those amazing sequences?
Absolutely no storyboarding. I've yet to storyboard anything, actually. In fact, I wouldn't even know how to storyboard because I've never done it. I don't know, I just kind of stored up those ideas in the back of my brain for a couple of years and then blurted them all out in one go. As, you know, what is that? Is that a sign of madness or artistic genius? I don't know. Probably a bit of both, actually.
And the second one, how long did it take?
Second one. This is
the second part of my question.
Yeah, sorry. This will stun you, because I've spoken to lots of people afterwards who have done similar stop motion projects and it's taken them months. I shot it in one weekend. I basically booked out the camera from Parkside School, which, if I remember, it shoots about 6 or 8 frames a second in a special little stop motion mode, and I just got on with it. Literally, I just locked myself away for a weekend and just shot it. But I didn't do it all in one continuous sequence. I'd go, you have to preserve your sanity somehow when you're doing these projects. So I did it in kind of segments of kind of 10 to 30 seconds, had a break, came back to it, did a bit more, and then kind of segued it all later on in the video editing package. Kind of create the illusion of seamlessness, as it were.
Anyone else? Jim at the back.
Yeah, I was interested in that. Where the music came from, how you felt about editing stop motion from the camera.
The music's mine as well. The music came first about a couple of years or so before I shot the movie. Vintage 1997, I think, if memory serves. But yeah, I didn't have any kind of coherent plan of what music I was going to use as a soundtrack, but it just seemed such a bonkers tune and it just kind of seemed to work with the visuals. Yeah, if you're going to do nuts visuals, you may as well have a nuts soundtrack to go with it. That's my logic anyway.
Did you ever have... sorry, I had a question. Gentlemen, I had a question.
Half a question.
Question.
What's it?
I just want to know where you got that clown part from, because it looks awesome. I want one for myself.
Which one?
The one with like the weird face.
Skip, I think. I'm serious. A lot of that tat, especially the cuddly toys, came from skips. I've still got those cuddly toys. They haven't been eaten by flies. You'll be pleased to hear. Yes, say hello. No, they don't say much, do they? Strong silent type.
Do you ever sit on your pig?
I beg your pardon. Absolutely not. What kind of person do you take me for? Next question.
What's next for the Big Pig?
Don't know. That's the only thing they've been in so far. Depends if I ever do a sequel. Because they're big, I suppose, I don't know. They could be a monster from another world or something, isn't it? Stomping over a toy city, you know, it's that kind of scare, isn't it? You know, like these cheesy B movies you see. Sorry?
Pigzilla.
Good one, I like that one. Foiled, yeah. You don't mind me stealing ideas, yeah? I'll probably forget later. Any more?
Any more ideas or questions?
No.
I was still impressed. I'd like to donate a shed for a weekend.
Hey! We'll talk afterwards.
There you go, you've got yourself a nice new room to work in.
Because I do have a stop motion sequel of sorts, but it's like I say, the video camera wasn't mine. It was kind of booked out from a local school. I'm not even sure if they still do that now, because that was a few years back. I've got kind of Super 8 kit since then, which you can do stop motion on, but of course the problem with that is being filmed, you can't preview what you've just shot to make sure it's correctly exposed and so on. If anyone, in all seriousness, if anyone does know of anybody who kind of does community loans of similar technology, talk to me afterwards, I'm definitely interested.
Okay, that's great. Are you going to be submitting this year, do you think?
I actually have a CD of a project in my bag, which I'm not sure if Simon will let me go through the incorrect channels to give it to him or not, or whether I have to fill out the form, because my PC died last week, so I can't actually download anything at the moment.
Right, that's great. Nothing else from anyone?
No.
No?
No.
No. That's fair enough then.